too hard.
And you're watching Pure Power Wrestling Power Slam on Shaw. Here we go. Up first, Jumpin Josh. He's set to take on Tyson Hiller. This could be one incredible match. However, Jumpin Josh, as of late, has been it's hard to put my finger on exactly what kind of transition is taking place. Maybe he's just becoming a full-grown man and learning how to take advantage of certain situations. Maybe he's frustrated. I don't know, but it's a different side of Jumpin Josh that we've been seeing as of late. And here's Tyson Hiller, kind of new to PPW. He's had a few matches, and this guy's an up-and-coming superstar. I've been keeping a close eye on Tyson. I'm telling you, he's got what it takes. He's going to work hard. He's got a good attitude, and this will be a good matchup. Jumpin Josh, I think, has the edge with experience, though. So we'll see how this all plays out. There's a handshake. Ref Glenn in charge of this one. I see he's mostly recovered from his beating with the hands of Stormbringer. Here's the bell, and we're underway. A few months back, Stormbringer, I believe, had a match with Ref Glenn that didn't go Ref Glenn's way. Collar and elbow tie-up. Tyson Hiller taking an arm. Jumpin Josh probably going to come up with some kind of slick reversal. This kid is just baffling to watch. Here we go. Watch this. I don't know where he learned this, but it works every time. Boom. Isn't that slick? Here we go now. Oh, roll up for a pin. Tyson Hiller out of that really, really quick. Both men back to a vertical base. Jumpin Josh oozing confidence. Here we go again, collar and elbow tie-up. Jumpin Josh taking ahead. He may be small, but he knows how to apply a headlock so that it puts pressure in all the right places and kind of makes you not want to be there anymore. Here we go, Tyson Hiller out the back door into a hammerlock. See what Jumpin Josh does to get out of this, or if Tyson can advance his position from this. Here we go, snapmare takedown. That's usually one of the quickest ways out. Ref Glenn with almost a 1 count. Tyson Hiller not staying on his back for any more time than he has to. He's up quicker than a hiccup. Jumpin Josh back to that standing side headlock. Nice little headlock takeover. Jumpin Josh in control. Now let's see if Tyson can get his hips over so he can manage to start an escape. Or if he goes for the other way out, which is put your leg up over his head and boom, you got a head scissors, boy. Really well done. Jumpin Josh now, I've seen him in this predicament several times. He's got a really slick way to get out of this, and I don't know if a bigger man could do it, but Jumpin Josh, so agile. Kerplunk, and there he goes. Just a 1 count. Tyson Hiller. Forget keeping your shoulders to the mat for a 2 count, brother. He's up before 1 or just shortly after. Jumpin Josh back on the headlock. Transitions to a front face lock and back to the headlock again. The kid is slick, I'm telling you. He's really developed skills over the last few years of Pure Power Wrestling. I remember when he first came in, he was he had that deer in the headlights look. He looked terrified when he walked into the dressing room. It was amazing. And now Jumpin Josh, former cruiserweight champion. I think he might have held that title longer than any cruiserweight champion PPW has had, except maybe THC. Oh, look at that drop kick by Tyson Hiller, putting Jumpin Josh on his back with a quizzical look on his face. Jumpin Josh not sure exactly what happened. He thought he was going to get the better of that whole combination. Whoa, there we go. Jumpin Josh taking him out and dropping elbows. Holy cow, what is this? UFC, Tyson Hiller covering up nicely, but Jumpin Josh hammering away with those elbows. That's a little more aggressive than we've seen Jumpin Josh in recent years, but like I said, he's come a long way in his wrestling career in a very short time. Now working Tyson Hiller in the corner. Look at that high kick. Not sure if that caught Tyson on the jaw or up on the shoulder, but there's another one. That one caught him more in the collarbone area. That always hurts. Another snapmare takedown. Jumpin Josh with a kick right in the back. What an exciting matchup. Ref Glenn with a 2 count this time. Jumpin Josh slowly making his way towards the 3 count for the victory. You can see how he's been working and working, and it's working. What he's doing is working for him. He's gone from barely a 1 count to close to a 3 count. Here we go. Oh, I think he was looking for that crossface Tyson Hiller reverse, Jumpin Josh reverse. Jumpin Josh with a handful of hair. Wait a second. Whoa. Jumpin Josh with an that's not sportsmanlike conduct. That's kind of out of Jumpin Josh's character until recently. Now with a foot in the throat, this isn't like Josh. This is not like Josh at all, folks. I'm not sure what's gotten into this young man, but he's taken a few shortcuts, and that's just not like him. He's usually got the work ethic of a Clydesdale horse. Here we go, coast to coast. Tyson Hiller hard into the buckle. Jumpin Josh, look out. Ooh, clothesline. I for some reason I thought that was going to be a high knee that Jumpin Josh seems to have patented. Nobody throws that high knee like Jumpin Josh does. Now arm wringer, kicking the leg. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful maneuver. Look at this. Jumpin Josh. 1, 2. Oh, wow. Makes you kind of sad the kid actually grabbed a handful of hair when he's got maneuvers like that. Jumpin Josh slowing things down. Ref Glenn making sure that's not a choke, it's just a chin lock. There is a big difference. You can tell by the color in a man's face eventually. Now Tyson Hiller rolling towards Josh. That's the right way to get out of that. Couple of punches in the breadbasket, and ooh, Jumpin Josh driving Tyson Hiller hard into that turnbuckle pad, which, as I've told you before, folks, is only a pad. It'll stop the cut from all the steel that's underneath, but it will not stop the impact. It hurts like hell taking those turnbuckles. Ooh, Jumpin Josh missing. Tyson Hiller up, and he. Oh, are you kidding me? That was something. Tyson Hiller with a show of power and empowering Josh down into that, and now opting for an ankle lock right in the middle of the ring too. Tyson Hiller got it cinched in. Jumpin Josh is in a world of trouble if he can't find a way out of this ankle lock. Tyson might actually have it here. That would be quite a feather in his cap, and in my mind it'd be an upset, because Jumpin Josh is still on the top of the totem pole, even though he doesn't have the cruiserweight. Even though he doesn't have the cruiserweight title, he's still on the top of the totem pole, and escapes from ankle locks, just like you saw, are the reason why. Now Jumpin Josh he's going for that crossface, but Tyson is fighting. Oh, I think Josh has it locked. Wait a minute. Dewey Robson. What's Dewey doing here? He's got a little bit of heat, I guess is the term, with Jumpin Josh, but wait a minute, Jumpin Josh electing not to. I have no idea what's going on, folks. I don't know why Dewey Robson is here. I don't know what's going on between these friends, I thought. Wait a minute, Tyson Hiller with a roll-up. Ref Glenn in position. 1, 2. He got him. Tyson Hiller just beat Jumpin Josh. Fair and square, I would say. If not for the distraction by Dewey Robson, Jumpin Josh all kinds of upset, and I guess rightfully so, but the loss is still on Jumpin Josh. He allowed himself to get distracted, and Tyson Hiller picking up one hell of a victory. And like I said, it's a feather in his cap, because Jumpin Josh. Oh, wait a minute. Cowboy Bryn Watts in from the back door, mounting a sneak attack, launching a blitzkrieg on Tyson Hiller.
I'm not ugly, Cowboy! I'm not ugly, Cowboy!
Oh boy, this is bad news for Tyson Hiller.
Cowboy! Tomorrow!
He's literally at the mercy of Cowboy Bryn Watts, a 15-year veteran, a spiteful, angry man, extremely violent when he wants to be. There we go, 2 referees and Cowboy Bryn Watts, Stormbringer rather, in to stop Cowboy Bryn Watts. Cody Mac in now. Cody Mac in the ring. Coming to make sure Tyson Hiller's okay. I believe he will be there,
What's up, Lethbridge? Travis the Heat Copeland here. Just got done my last week beat Jumpin Josh, first round Summer Sizzler Tournament. Tomorrow night, Saturday, July 10th, I've got Tyler Knox in the second round. Tyler Knox, you're walking around with that Cruiserweight Championship. I haven't really seen you defend it too much. Just remember, I was champion for 449 days. I defended that thing every month, always coming out on top. No manager in my corner, No nothing, just me by myself, going hard every time. I look back at our history we've had together. We've wrestled each other a couple times. We've had 0 losses against you. That's gonna stay the same. I'm going to the final Summer Sizzler Tournament. So Lethbridge, come on down tomorrow, man. Got a beautiful air-conditioned building, 35 degrees outside. By all means, come on down, stay cool, watch some wrestling. Check you guys later.
Here we go. Dewey Robson set to take on Sydney Steele. This will be one heck of a matchup. Dewey Robson, another fast rising superstar. This guy picks up wrestling the way a maid picks up dust. He is amazing. He's like a sponge. And he's got all kinds of athletic ability. He's got charisma. He's got work ethic. And he's got an opportunity to one-on-one with the longest reigning pure power wrestling heavyweight champion in the hit. Wait a minute. There's the man I was just going to give a lengthy introduction to because, I mean, like it or not, he deserves a lengthy introduction. That is your champion, your heavyweight champion, Sydney Steele, with a sneak attack. I mean, he mounted an offense. Wait, and Dewey Robson slamming the door on that with a nice hip toss. That's what I mean. Dewey Robson is he's learning so quickly. Sydney Steele trying to get an upper hand early on by attacking Robson from behind, and Dewey now in control. Look at that high leg. Oh wow, Sydney Steele on his back and not really sure. That's the problem with Sydney Steele is not a fast-paced wrestler. If he started with that all-out fast-paced assault, it's probably going to work against him. Sydney Steele needs to set a slower. Oh my goodness! Did you see that boot right to the side of the head? My goodness! Now Sydney Steele with a boot right in the throat, and he's in control. And you'll see what I mean. He's going to slow the pace down. He's going to pick his shots. And every single thing he does is going to hurt a lot. He's not going to waste any energy. Here we go. Side suplex. Up and... Oh, wait a minute. Look at the power. Look at the power. Sydney Steele, no slouch in the power department. I think Dewey might be trying to come up with something. Oh, no. Oh. Sydney Steele eventually just powering Dewey Robson over. And I don't know if you saw the way Dewey Robson landed, but it was really high up on his hips and low back. He didn't land. Maybe we can get another look at that. Dewey Robson really hit hard. And that's going to give Sydney Steele a significant edge because, like I said before, he likes. Look at that quick. Look at that. That was a slick way to put a guy into a pinning attempt. Sydney Steele with basic wrestling 101. You learn that in high school, folks. Anyways, he's going to set himself a pace now that's going to frustrate Dewey Robson because it's not going to be a fast-paced scramble kind of affair. It's going to be slow, and every time Dewey Robson picks his head up off the mat, Sydney Steele is going to be waiting with another high-impact maneuver or a devastating hold, just like that. That's Sydney Steele's pace, and believe me, folks, it works for him. It's been working for the better part of 2 years. Here we go. Chicken wing suplex. Folks, this is one of my favorite maneuvers in pure power wrestling. Sydney Steele he's the only guy who throws that suplex. And I'll tell you what, folks, when you're flipping a whole circle and landing on your back, it can disorient you. When you take 2 limbs out of the equation, your brain gets confused and you have no idea when you're going to land or where you're going to land or how you're going to land. So the impact comes as a complete surprise. You can't brace for it. You can't use what they call a break fall and get your arms into it because they're pinned behind your back. It's all impact, and believe me, folks, when Sydney Steele throws that chicken wing suplex, it takes a lot out of guys. It really, really does. Now, in control, Sydney Steele, Irish whip into the corner. You can see Dewey Robson, all kinds of pain on his face. He's taking a ton of punishment on his back and chest and whole torso. Ooh, look at this neck breaker. Listen to the aggression. Sydney Steele, once he turns it on, folks, not many people can match his level of aggression. As you can see, ref Bryn with it. Ooh, that was close. That was close. And it all started with that chicken wing suplex. So you could see how that really took it out of Dewey Robson, who's just writhing in pain right now.
I hope you're watching real close. I hope you're watching real close.
Sydney Steele, no doubt,
This
sending a
one's for
message
you.
to Sweet Daddy
This is
Soul.
what you're gonna have to deal with tomorrow at the Summer Sizzler.
Sweet
This
Daddy
one
Soul is Sydney
is for you,
Steele's
Sweet
opponent.
Daddy. It is what you're going to feel tomorrow when you step in the ring with Sydney Steele. Bring him down, Steele. Come on.
Oh my goodness, you don't think. I mean, we've seen Sydney Steele pull off, I've seen Sydney Steele just a couple weeks ago pull off a Hurricane Rana. It would be no doubt. Oh my goodness! I can't believe Dewey Robson reached Sydney Steele with that missile drop kick, let alone put him down. He went probably 14, 12 feet across the ring as Sydney Steele was setting up for what I believe would have been one thunderous superplex, as both of these men would have come crashing down with horrendous impact. But now Dewey Robson shaking off the effects of a 3 or 4 minute long beat down to his torso. Sydney Steele shaking off the effects of a missile drop kick from, whoa, Sydney Steele now first to get off, but Dewey Robson blocks and throws a right of his own, and again another right sends Sydney Steele crashing down to the mat. Back up is your champion, Dewey Robson, waiting with a hell of a clothesline and a back elbow. Sydney Steele, this is not the pace he wants, but Dewey Robson loves it. Watch this now. Watch this. Oh, Dewey Robson's version of a neck breaker. That ought to twist your spine right out of your low. Who's jumping Josh now? Ref Glenn with a 2 count. I think that's Jumpin' Josh in the ring. Well, not in the ring, rather at ringside, sorry. Jumpin' Josh shaking. I guess turnabout is fair play. I mean, Dewey Robson was here earlier on in Jumpin' Josh's match, and now Jumpin' Josh seems to be returning the favor. Sydney Steele now from behind with a, are you kidding me? A torture rack. Sydney Steele, oh my God! Whoa! Oh my God, I don't know, wow. 1, 2, 3, I am sorry, Dewey Robson, but there's not a man alive who could have got up from that. I want to see that finishing maneuver once more. Sydney Steele.
Sweet Daddy.
Wow.
So, tomorrow night, I'm going to leave you in a heap, way worse than I left Dewey Robson. And once again, they're going to say, still, your PPW Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, folks, I cannot wait. That's tomorrow night. That is Pure Power Wrestling.
Hey!
It's our Summer
Look, Cowboy, I should jump you right now.
Wait.
Jumping me
Oh,
earlier.
jump you.
Yeah.
What'd you do to my glasses?
I changed them.
Why?
Did you get
It
my
said
face?
sexy cowboy, now it says ugly cowboy. Who do
Yeah.
you think you are?
That's exactly what I
Who do you think you are? I'm sexy cowboy, not ugly cowboy. Give me the password.
No.
Give me the password now.
Not giving you anything.
Give me the password now.
Hey, Cowboy, let's go.
What?
Hey,
I'm in the password.
I'll tell you what. Summer Sizzler. Cowboy beats you one-on-one, you give him the password. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I shouldn't laugh at Cowboy Bryn Watts. He might suplex me out of my own boots, but that is a funny prank for a guy to play. You know what I mean? Tyson Hiller making an impact, and oh my goodness! Just as they were entering the ring, Cody and THC ambushed from behind by Tyler Knox, Stormbringer, and the sexy Cowboy. This has the makings of an explosive event, folks. We got Cody Mac and we got THC versus Tyler Knox, another up-and-coming superstar. He's already got the Cruiserweight Championship in his grasp, and he hasn't been here for 18 months. And he's teaming with the super heavyweight, the old, the grumpy, the glad to be the old grumpy dog, get out of my face, and Stormbringer. He just wants to beat people up now, and all the opportunities I've had to speak with him backstage tell me he's never really in a good mood. Tyler Knox now with the advantage on THC. Cody Mac still on the outside. He got driven hard into that corner post. Look at this maneuver Tyler Knox come up with. My goodness, that'll create a shoulder injury if you aren't careful. THC managing to get a foot on the ropes. Ref Curtis gonna count Tyler Knox. Brr. Your old pal Bulldog's having trout nubbles, folks. That's how excited wrestling gets for me sometimes. But don't worry, I've been fully vaccinated. It's not contagious. Now, Tyler Knox in control of THC. Oh, come on now. Come on now. You know how to wrestle. You don't need to choke a man. You're learning how to wrestle, buddy. I can't believe this. Tyler Knox always looking for an advantage. Now, I guarantee you that chin lock is more of a choke than a chin lock. And Dewey, Cowboy Bryn Watts rather on the outside, making sure Cody Mac doesn't get involved in this contest any sooner than he has to. THC nearly having to go it alone. Tyler Knox now backing THC into his corner, tagging in the super heavyweight. Boom! Everything Stormbringer does hurts. Everything he does hurts. Even simple punches hurt. He's got so much mass and he knows how to throw it around now. Oh, look at the back elbow putting THC. Look at THC just crumpled. Like I said, the Stormbringer, the super heavyweight in there with cruiserweights. He's got a distinct advantage in mass. Look at it, you know, from shoulder to shoulder, he's a good 6 to 8 inches wider than most of the other guys in this matchup. And still, Cody Mac unable to even get up to his corner because Cowboy Bryn Watts has control of him. THC mounting a comeback, but he's in a world of hurt too. Boom, boom, go THC, go. Maybe you can get outside and help your partner and start this one over again. Look at the drop kick. Look at the elevation. Didn't catch Stormbringer right flush in the jaw, but it was just up in the chest area. It was enough to put him down. THC, the never say die warrior, and I mean never. He will not give up. He's in there 2-on-1, and he will not quit. And he somehow finds an advantage. Unfortunately, Tyler Knox with a scoop and a slam, and a little bit of a version of a senton, I suppose. And now, just about. Cody Mac just about made it up the stairs, but Cowboy Bryn Watts was there to cut him off, and you can see crumpled face down on the stairs as Cody Mac trying desperately to get into this contest. It's supposed to be a tag team. It's supposed to be 2-on-2. So far, it's been 3-on-2, 3-on-1, 2-on-1. And THC is absorbing a ton of punishment in there now. Stormbringer with a bit of a choke as well. Tyler Knox tying up Ref Curtis. And look at this now. Cody Mac almost made it to his own corner. Cowboy Bryn Watts got him so far away from there, he's going to have to get a ticket. My goodness. And THC still absorbing this 2-on-1 beatdown at the hands of Tyler Knox and Stormbringer, who really don't need to have this kind of advantage. There's enough talent and enough skill in that corner that they could go any other tag team. You know, they could do very well for themselves, but instead they're opting to take shortcuts and cheat and take one man out of the equation. Look at this. Wow, look at, oh my goodness. Stormbringer just driving THC down to the mat, up on his high back and shoulders. Cody Mac now. Cody Mac managing to fight off Cowboy Bryn Watts. Finally, will he be able to get into this matchup and even things up, maybe even turn things around? I hope so. THC is in there. He's absorbing a lot of punishment, folks. It's been 3 minutes or 4 minutes so far that he's been taking, you know, punches and kicks and drop kicks, much like the one Tyler Knox just delivered. Wait, Cody Mac is up on the ring apron finally, after fighting off Cowboy Bryn Watts for most of this matchup, and doing so after a sneak attack that saw him going headlong into the corner post. At least now we've got a 2-on-2 matchup. If THC can somehow manage to find his way to the corner, he could get a bit of a rest, and maybe, just maybe, he and Cody Mac can turn this around and oh, but no. Stormbringer going to the eyes. Ref Curtis didn't see it, but I got a feeling he knew what happened. Coast to coast now. Wow. Stormbringer following that up with a clothesline into the corner. THC now. Ooh. DDT. I thought for a second Stormbringer was just going for your standard standing side suplex. Instead, he opted for a DDT and drove THC's head straight into the mat. Ref Curtis now with a 2 count, very close to 3. Stormbringer had to argue the case because, wow, I might have argued that one too. That was a knockout DDT. Whoa! Hi, Booten, you know what's coming next. That one flush on the jaw. THC laying prone. Watch this now. Oh, no way. No way. Stormbringer's got to learn to do that a lot quicker because guys are getting out of the way left and right. If he can land that leg after the high boot, he could probably put him away, but he takes too much time playing to Cowboy and playing to the fans, and that's the result. He misses the leg drop, and now mounting a comeback, Cody Mac with clotheslines and back elbows and clotheslines galore. Watch this now. Ooh, a spear! A spear taking Tyler Knox out of his boots rather, and his shoulder into the breadbasket of the big man. Oh, wow, this is exciting. Here we go with a suplex. Here we go. Cody Mack's trying to set up for it, but no, big man's gonna block it. That's a man you don't just suplex. You might need help, Cody Mac. Tyler Knox now from behind with a blow to the back of Cody Mac. Look at that rhyme scheme. Aren't I a great poet? Forget about it. Here we go. Stormbringer in control. Cody Mac was mounting a comeback. Unfortunately, it didn't last forever. Here we go. Boom. Big neck breaker a la, what's the superstar? Oh boy, Bulldog's drawing a blank, folks. It's the honky tonk man. It's the honky tonk man that did the shake, rattle, and roll. I did that without any medication. Yay for my memory. Here we go. Stormbringer in control. Cody Mac, he might need to make a tag and gather his senses if he can find his way to the corner. Got his way to the ropes. Now he's going to make his way up, but waiting for him is a close to 300-pound veteran of ring wars. And when I say ring wars, folks, I went to war with Stormbringer once. I know how tough he is in that ring. He is one tough SOB. Here we go. He's got it looks like a modified version of I'm not sure what that is. Is that a $1 Million Dream? What kind of hold is that? Whatever it is, he's doing it right because he's got one forearm on one side of the neck of Cody Mack, and he's got one forearm on the other side, which isn't a choke, but it does slow the blood flow by squeezing on the carotid arteries. Cody Mack going to have to get out of this quickly or he's going to go lights out. There you go. Powering Stormbringer into the corner, diving into his own corner to get THC in the ring, who comes flying into the Stormbringer with another clothesline. Irish whipping in the corner, Stormbringer hitting it hard. THC flying in after him. Holy cow! THC on fire. Snapmare takedown. Watch this drop kick. Boom! Sends Stormbringer splat on the mat in a 1 and a 2, and Curtis with a 2 count. Business is picking up at the hands of because of THC rather. And watch this now. Ow! Ow! I hate those elbows in the back of the neck. I hate them so much. They are hard to look at because they hurt so much. Stormbringer doing what he does best and powering his way out of that predicament. And now Tyler Knox, fresh blood in the ring. Fresh lungs, fresh blood, fresh brain. Look at that. Tornado DDT off the middle rope. That was impressive. Very impressive. 1, 2. I don't think it hit with the same impact as the DDT that Stormbringer threw just a few minutes ago, but that was an impressive maneuver nonetheless. Now step over foothold. Step over foothold. THC has got a long way to go if he's going to find a rope to break this hold. Otherwise, he's going to have to figure out a way to get out of it. He's going to have to first get his chin free so he can roll. If his head can't touch, he's not going to be able to roll. So he's going to have to get Tyler Knox to break the hold on his chin first, and then he might be able to roll and maneuver his hips and get out of it. But I'm not sure. Yeah, Tyler Knox has that in there pretty tight, folks. THC is in a whole lot of trouble. But wait a second. Just crawling. Look at him what? I don't know why Tyler Knox would elect to let go of that hold. He could have ended it. Oh no. Ooh. 2-on-1 is always a bad thing, especially when the attack is on the back of the neck like Stormbringer seems to have targeted. Now both men to a vertical base, but Stormbringer's got something in mind. It's a scoop and it's a slam, and folks, that hurts his spinal cord every bit as much as a good hard elbow in the back of the neck. Stormbringer now and this is territory the super heavyweight does not always go to. He's up on the second rope. If he can land this, no, he cannot land this. Instead, he crashed and burned, and good thing for THC because he's got a long way to go to get to his partner for a tag. Cody Mac is just itching to get in the ring. But THC, is he going to make it for a tag? No, he's going to drop Tyler Knox on with a hard right to that chrome dome. Yes, I can call it a chrome dome. I've got one of my own. Now THC with a kick in the breadbasket going for that neck breaker. I think it might have been a bit more wise on the part of THC to tag Cody Mac in now with another maneuver a la Honky Tonk Man is your Stormbringer. He pulls a lot of maneuvers out of the 1980s, which was one of the best generations of wrestling in my memory. And some of the wrestlers in that generation had some extremely effective maneuvers. If you go look in your wrestling history, you'll see that Stormbringer really does know his wrestling history very well because he's still throwing maneuvers that the guys have long forgotten exist, and they are effective. And now with this, I swear that's $1 million dream if I didn't know any better. And Stormbringer is just, wait a second now. Cody Mac still having to fight off Cowboy Bryn Watts, and THC in the corner, in the ring rather. He might have to go for a nap. Look at this 2-on-1 on the outside. What on earth? It's over. Stormbringer getting the submission victory on THC, THC might actually be out. I think Stormbringer might have actually put THC out, and that's what I mean, folks. THC would rather go to sleep than tap out. The man does not know how to quit. He's one of the toughest dogs in this entire pack. Folks, I'm your old pal Bulldog, and I've been fully vaccinated. Thanks for watching Pure Power Wrestling Power Slam on Shaw. We're going to see you all tomorrow, July 10th at Summer Sizzler. The Summer Sizzler Tournament takes place. Sweet Daddy Soul is here to challenge Sydney Steele for the Pure Power Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. We got a hell of a card lined up for you tomorrow. And keep watching Shaw for PowerSlamTV. I'm your old pal Bulldog. Yes, I'm fully vaccinated. Good night.
That's it.